Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. I forgot the way. It's been a while. I think we're just sort of deeper. Deadly Rose. Yo, Sayuri. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, kind of hungry. You come with me to buy a snack? Nah, I'm chilling. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayuri? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just want to look at it. Sayuri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. So you're broke as shit is what you're telling me, Sayuri. Alright. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayuri. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. You're unemployed. If you had enough money to come in the first place, you would have bought a snack before you come into the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. There's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you don't. That means you deserve to feel guilty. I didn't know she was listening in. Faces in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Lily Rose to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved with something like that, Sayuri. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayuri, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayuri knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have to come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayuri. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayuri in the face and tumbles onto the desk. What was that? Well, they throw a freaking book at her? What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayuri glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but I heard you blab about the cupcakes. I was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayuri hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayuri rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayuri suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayuri gets out a receipt and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arm around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayuri off of her. Oh. Sayuri leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey. Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful of Sayuri trots away safely. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayuri? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Ugh. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Well, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Yeah? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I'm just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense now. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? That wasn't where you played music as well, Monica. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay. Sounds cool. I also look forward to it, but I don't want to hear no bum freaking piano, dog. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Lily Rose. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. Shows leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm not sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori's somehow already finished her entire cookie. God dang it, Sayori. Bro, how's Sayori, like, so hungry all the time, man? I don't know. I'm just gonna be opposite. Like, I'm literally, like, never hungry. I can, like, really just go a whole day without eating. I don't know how. Yuri's back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Why'd she go in the closet to read? It's kinda weird. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book that she lent to me. Other than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. You should notice me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. Let her this sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused and I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. That's so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically about this girl in high school who moves in with a long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, and Yuri's yapping yet again. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was gonna be some nice stories, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Deadly Rose? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. Those horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals and their own philosophy that they believe. And suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm yapping, aren't I? Yes, that's all you do, Yuri, is yap, yap, yap. Your shame should be yappy. No, not from freaking Yakuza, not yappy. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything, even though I spaced out after first sentence. Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forgot to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. Please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. At least all I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. Fact. Might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Step into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. You sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something that I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I understood what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I could feel a presence move over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. Realizing she's not actually looking at her own book, I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, it was just... You really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Bro, what is this gooner game I'm playing right now, man? Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Do the same with my right arm and the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after I flip it to her side. Rolling in like this, we're holding even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? You turn the page. Sorry. I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glanced over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Yeah, I don't read, so I'm a very slow reader. It's probably the least I can do. You've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. I continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition? Bro, I have no clue what that word means. I'm guessing at like his own pace, but I don't know how to pronounce it. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. I thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but also second guesses all the things that she says and does. If she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I see into your head or anything, but they kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Deli Rose, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think that... Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Uh, what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we shared today's poems with each other. We may not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales and spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. Sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know. That's a good reason. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then slip it back into my bag. Go to Yuri first, like last time. Let's see what you've written today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Deadly Rosé. How'd you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why? You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I'll offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing just kind of makes me really happy. You're saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people wound just laughing at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh? Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, and my subconscious, well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens on the eyes of the raccoon friend. I slice the bread, and fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken... Bro, how long is this freaking poem, Yuri? God damn. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I banish, she's just yapping about a freaking raccoon and bread. I was a little more daring this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my own fault, but I can't imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Use the poem as a canvas, express vivid imagery, and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value that I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean, well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things that usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Did you have anything like that the other day? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. As we can do is respect each other and our own individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I probably would hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Yeah, you're just freaking yaps all the time. We'll do Natsuki. I liked your last one better. Really? Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little bit more daring with this one, but you're not really good enough for that yet. I felt flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I know people are trying to sound fancy or add meaning just by using an annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. Guess it's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Natsuki, your opinion is the worst opinion I've ever seen in my life, dog. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know her about Amy. Amy likes spiders. Icky Wrigley. Amy has a cute singing voice. Yeah. One time I heard my life. She's gross. Rosebud's the worst poem I've ever read in my life. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with the much simpler analogies. It helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks It doesn't matter. It can be about anything. Or it would be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure, something that they're afraid of people finding out, make fun of you, or think less of you. That just makes people stupid. Who cares that someone... I think people really need to learn some respect for liking weird things. That's funny. You read about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. Didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try to not be so mean to her. She feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. You made me feel insecure yesterday. The way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. That's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want people to think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Bro, Natsuki gotta be most annoying character in this game. I like this one, Deadly Rose. It has a nice feelings to it. I'm glad. Still though, so it makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you got me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. No. I still like this one, I promise. I wouldn't lie to you, Deadly Rose. Never ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? It's not like very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Oh, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You think about yourself once in a while. You don't mind not getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. Like things that are happy and things are sad. Happy and sad? Guess you liking something sad? Yeah, Zairi. I can't see you liking something sad, Zairi. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud on your head, sad poem can give the little rain cloud a hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. So that's unexpectedly poetic. Yeah, is it? You begin to better express my feelings after all. Thanks, silly Rose. You should write that down then. You can read my poems now. Good. Bottles. I pop off my scalp, the lid of the cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams, little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe and put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. Jesus Christ, bro, how long are these freaking poems? I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come, such a hurry. Why do they want my bottles that much? I frequently pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Holy crap. Sire, did you really write this? Of course I did. Did I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a lot, and I've really been in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about this. Point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself in this way. It helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing's like magic. You got plenty of passion about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayuri's always had a bad habit of being obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alright, show it to Monica now. Yeah, Monica, you better not have written like a freaking 15-page poem, bro. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote today? Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monica. Alright. Good job, Daily Rose. I was going, ooh, my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayuri, like simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's like every challenge. Yeah, she's just telling me she's really just yapping. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony? I don't even know what the frick that word is. of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating, where forms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Hey, yo. So that had to have been worse than that had been worse than freaking Natsuki's poem. That was I don't even know what that meant. Just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just kind of the thing I never really seen before, I guess. I'm kind of like playing on my space on the paper, choosing where and how to space your words to only change the mood of the poem. It was like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. So hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract and as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, Sharmonika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. What? Did she just break the fourth wall? Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Monica, that was not about no reading. That was about the game I'm playing. Let me save. How do I save? Oh. Save. Yep, save right there. Yes. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit down at the front of the room. This about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we put together anything good for just a few days. We're not embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Somebody's been working on the posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't really tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about that already. We're going to be performing. Performing? What the frick are we performing? A song? A poetry performance. Each of us are going to... We gotta recite a poem. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. I just didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to perform in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayuri. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's not to ask of them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. We started the event, and each should put on a good performance, then we'll inspire others to do the same. Then the more people we perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. And no one cares about literature, man. Like, literature's always been at the bottom, man. It's always been like history, science, math, and then literature. I have math over everything else, though. And having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. So don't you want to share that with the others? Inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. But if it takes standing in front of a room for 2 minutes or reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayuri looks worried. I guess that leaves me with no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayuri and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Let's has to get it over with. Alright. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. The club's seriously gonna be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the Undisputed Championship. No, this isn't WrestleMania 40. I want each of you to choose a poem for yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off with everyone. Feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands by the poem. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monica begins reciting her poem.